TCF family, join me in congratulating Tori for being October's Member of the Month. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. And so tell the people about yourself, Tori.
All right, my name is Tori.
The floor is yours.
My name's Tori. I just turned 35 this summer. I'm married to my husband, David. He is also a member here at the gym at the 6:30 p.m. class normally.
Yeah.
And we have 3 kids together, a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And yeah, we're just grinding every day.
Loving life, living life.
Living life.
Yeah. What's cool is like both you and David come to the gym. I think, what was it, like 2 months ago? That was like the first time I ever saw y'all in the same class. And you're like, yeah, we've never been able to do this before.
We never get
and then now it's like, I think it's probably been about like every other week now I see y'all get to do the same class together.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's fun. It's healthy competition, I would like to say. Yeah. So it's really fun because we normally never get to work out together just with the kids and schedules and everything. But yeah, it's fun to work out together.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, maybe if it's a team workout, you can kind of like partner up a little bit.
It's never been a partner workout. We need to schedule that better.
Yeah, you just need to let me know next time that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll adjust things
That's
around.
what we'll do.
So, what do you do for work? You're mostly a stay-at-home mom right now?
Yeah. So I would say 90% of what I consider my job is a stay-at-home mom. Again, we have 3 young kids. My oldest, she's in 2nd grade this year. She just started school last week. And my son, he is starting preschool this year.
Wow.
So now I have a little bit more flexibility in my day, which is exciting and new, and I'm not really sure what to do with myself.
Yeah.
But I also do some contract work in marketing for a pediatric group in Robeson County is where I'm originally from.
Yeah.
And so I do some contract work for them, and then I also started my own jewelry business this past year. So I do handmade
Jewelry.
necklaces and jewelry.
Yeah. What got you into the jewelry side of things?
I would say that I've always had a niche for the creative side. I just enjoy making things, and if I see something that I like, I sometimes will try to figure out how to make it first. And so I have been buying some jewelry from another artisan, and I was like, I think I can just make this myself.
Yeah.
And so I just started doing that, and I had a lot of people requesting like custom things for them, and so I was like, you know what, I should probably just start this as a business.
Yeah.
And so it actually started last November, so November will be a year.
Wow.
And it's kind of popped off.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah, so it's really exciting. And
is there like a specific kind of jewelry that you do, or is it kind of like just whatever people request?
Yeah, so at first it was just necklaces, like gemstone necklaces, kind of like what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
So that little advertisement. And so that's how it started, and then it's just kind of grown from there. So now I do earrings, bracelets. I've had requests for anklets, just like people kind of come to me with what they like, and if they can't find it out in the market, or maybe it's like something ridiculously priced or whatever, they just come to me first and like, hey, like, do you think you can make this, or customize it in a certain way? And so that's what I do.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Well, it's
really
cool because you're like, hey, I find that I have this problem, and then you found a solution for your own problem, and that's now a solution for other people.
Who knew? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fun.
That's cool.
It's a good time.
Then you use your marketing stuff that you use for like the pediatric stuff, those ideas to then market your own business. And
Truly. Wow. You know what? It's amazing. Yeah, it just kind of worked and meshed together in a way. So
that's awesome. And then, so you said you're originally from like the Robeson County area, and you've moved all over the place and lived all over the place the past, how many years? Like
11. So David and I have been married 11 years. And he's in the military. He's in the Air Force. So with that requires up and moving.
Yeah.
Every so often. So let's see. Since we've been married, we lived in Ohio, Colorado, Florida, and here within those 11 years. So it's usually every 3 years we kind of cycle out and go somewhere new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. But
that-
we're from Robeson County originally.
Is that kind of like exciting that you get to live in different spots, or is it like, okay, now this has been your like what 5th place you've lived, and you're kind of like, okay, this is getting old now, or
yes to both. Yes and yes. It is really cool because we get to experience a lot of new things, and I think that is the plus side of being a military family, is that, you know, we're getting to meet a lot of new people, try a lot of new things that maybe we wouldn't have done if we had just stayed in one spot, which there's nothing wrong with that too. But with that, it comes with, you know, you don't have that familiarity of like, okay, I need to find a new dentist, and what grocery store has the groceries that we like, or things like that. So it has its challenges, but it also has its positives too. So it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
We have to balance it out.
And so have y'all figured out where you're gonna try and like live after the military's over with?
It changes. It changes probably weekly. So both sides of our families are here in North Carolina. So most likely, like, we'll end up back this way. Our kids will still be relatively young. So it would be nice to still, like, be really involved with family, too.
Yeah.
So, but where we have yet. We need to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still got some time or whatever, right? But I didn't know if you were like, oh, we really love living in Colorado, or loved living in XYZ place.
We've really enjoyed our time at each spot. And so we definitely can see, like, man, that would be nice. Like, we really had a good time in Florida, or we really had a great time in Colorado. So, yeah, that is kind of... It's the family side of it that just pulls us back this way, or at least like the southeast area. Yeah. So
But then at least like a decent drive.
Yeah. Exactly. We're not having to hop on a plane and do all of that. That's the one downside to Colorado that we have found, was like, man,
everywhere you go has a hop on a plane.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, cool. And then, so I mean, on top of that, you mentioned that you've been to pretty much, or you have a goal of visiting every state.
Yeah.
And you've you've been to all but 10?
Yeah. So a lot of them I hit at a really young age. We traveled a lot as a family when I was younger. So my parents can like pinpoint exactly all the places we've been to, but I don't remember a lot of them. And so some of those I definitely want to revisit and make new memories there. But definitely there's about 10 that I have not been to. So a lot of them, for whatever reason, are like the Northeast. I don't like Maine. I'd love to go to Maine. I've driven through New York, so that doesn't count. New Hampshire, Vermont, those. Like, I'd love to go visit them, but for whatever reason, haven't made it that way.
Well, I would have assumed that you would have been more like, you haven't gone to the middle part of the country sort of thing, because there's like nothing out there. But
don't tell them that.
Yeah.
They will be upset.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say that. I interviewed Cody before you, and he's from that area, so he wouldn't. Anyways.
Okay. We'll save that.
That's cool. Maybe you could do like a big trip, like a 2-week-long trip, whatever, hit all the Northeast states.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love that. We actually tried to do part of that. This was 2020.
Oh.
Yeah, and so for our anniversary, David and I had planned to go up and do like some summer spots up there, and then COVID happened. We had to cancel that trip.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so we still have yet to make it up that way.
Well, maybe you can make like a winter thing where you go up there and ski all the places up there, or I don't know, I guess maybe summer would be nice or like springtime where it's not super hot up there or whatever.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. And then like you also want to travel to a bunch of different countries, or you've traveled to a bunch of different countries already. And so like any cool places you want to travel to, or?
Oh man, so I am a beachy person. Like I just am drawn to places that have a more tropical vibe. So really, I would love to go to like Costa Rica. I haven't been there. Places like that. But I have done a couple trips to Europe, and just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, those are really great trips. been to Spain a few times. The last time I went overseas, we went to London and spent a week in London, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to also go back and do some more like European countries too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be cool. We went last year. We went in October, and it was a lot of like fun, and it was really cool, like to see the places out there, like the food out there,
Yeah.
and then just like see the history and everything like that.
yeah, I love the history. That's always like, oh yeah, I read about this one time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
cool.
You see like the palace, or not the palaces, like the castles and stuff. You're like, whoa, holy
yeah.
crap! And then, like you remember back in
awesome.
school reading about it and stuff like that.
My brother, he went to Ireland last year, and he just raved. And so that's another goal, is to like make it to Ireland, Scotland, that area too. So
Yeah, that'd be cool. See all like the what was it, the cliffs or whatever, and then like you just see the ocean right there at it. That'd be cool to go
amazing.
see that and
That would
drink
be
an
awesome.
actual Guinness.
Yeah,
good
that would
Guinness.
be really cool.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And then you're also an avid coffee drinker, you said.
I am.
So-
But like in the way that I am not particular. Like I just
okay.
like caffeine.
The more
in
caffeine,
that
the better.
form. Yeah.
I didn't know if you
I
were.
saw your question and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not that picky actually.
Well, when you said that, I was like, okay, that means usually like, oh, I like a specific blend, and I like to crush my own beans.
Right.
And, okay.
Usually it's like, what is the quickest way I can get it into my coffee cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love coffee. That is my form of caffeine in the day. That with 3 young kids, I
Just a function.
have to have it. Yeah. So, where we had done something recently, and I had like I had a little cup of coffee, but then I didn't have it again the rest of the day, and just wow, what a breakdown. Personality, and just it was awful.
By the
but,
end of the day, you're just like, oh, I don't want to be here right now.
like, let's just start this whole day over, and then I miss my caffeine window. Like, you can't drink caffeine after like 1 p.m. or whatever. So I
Yeah.
was like,
Well, because then it's like
Ruined.
you don't realize it, but it screws up your sleep and everything,
Right.
and then you just get yourself in a negative feedback loop. Then the next day you
Yes,
need more and more
right.
and more.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. It's a work in progress.
Always work in progress.
Yes, truly.
Always goes back to the lifestyle challenge, right?
It does. It really does.
And so, what's your like general fitness story? You pretty much have been active your whole life and everything.
Yeah. So both of my parents were active in their youth, and so that was really important for my family growing up. So we were always outside, moving and doing things. We grew up with like a really big yard, and so we were just constantly outside. Baseball, golf, basketball, rollerblading, biking, all the things. So we were just constantly doing things like that growing up.
Yeah.
And then when I was in middle school, I started volleyball. With my height, it was either basketball or volleyball, and so I went with the non-contact sport, and I loved it.
Well, hopefully it's not contact, right? Hopefully you're not running into your own teammates.
And perfect. Yeah, that's my kind of sport. And so fell in love with that, and so just really did everything kind of evolving around that sport. So I did like join a gym in high school, but it was always specific and geared towards volleyball in a way. I had trainers who like were past collegiate volleyball
Oh wow. Players.
and so they would just kind of help me out along the way. I played with like club teams and things like that, and then in college I kind of just stuck with like club teams, pickup games, things like that, just to stay active in that way.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't until after I married David, actually, that I started lifting. And it usually was whatever he had already planned for that day.
Yeah. So
He
a whole
was
lot of bench press and
a
that's
lot
about
of
it.
chest work. And so I'm like, well, this isn't fun. But yeah, he's was very regimented in that way. Don't know if that's a military thing or not, but it was good. It was good for what it was. And so I would just kind of follow along with whatever he was doing for the first couple years of marriage. And then started CrossFit back in, when was that? 2022.
Okay.
We were in Florida at the time, and I had just had my son, my second born. He was about 10 months old at the time. And I just kind of felt like I needed to reset. I had kind of fell off the wagon with health and any movement. I had like a C-section with him, so that kind of really changed
Is that long recovery?
Yeah, that was a very long recovery. The pregnancy was really difficult too, and so like I just really wasn't doing a whole lot of movement. And so once I got past that recovery stage of postpartum, I was like, you know what, like I need to kick it into high gear.
We need to get something moving.
I need to get something moving. I really want to challenge myself. And I had some friends who did CrossFit back home. And they were like in just incredible shape. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it. And so we just committed. And I signed David up without his input, really. And that's how we started back then. Yeah.
Just along for the ride after that.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah. And so then you moved up here about like a year ago, roughly.
Yeah. And
then been a member here since you moved up here. Mostly come to the 5:30 p.m. class, right?
5:30.
Yeah. Whoop whoop. And so before you joined the TCF family, what was your biggest challenge before joining? So I mean, before you did CrossFit, it was like just getting back into movement. Right. So then you've done CrossFit for a couple years now.
Right. And so before we joined TCF, so we had just moved to North Carolina. And it was kind of like this weird whirlwind of things. So we had just moved here, but we were kind of like not fully moved into our house. We were kind of back and forth staying with parents. David was still in Florida finishing off things at that base that he was at. So we were kind of all over the place and just not really having time to work out or join a gym for, you know, just to make it easy. So there were months, I think it was, I said 4 months, where I just did not go to the gym at all. So prior to TCF, I kind of felt like I was back at square one. Just having to like relearn movements that were once muscle memory. So I was having to kind of start over because it was just such a big gap. Also during the summer and if you've ever moved, like nutrition wasn't the first thing on my mind.
Like, how can we just feed the family? I don't care what it is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And so it was a lot of takeout, a lot of like, what is the easiest thing to get into my body and into my kid's body during this time. And so just kind of fell off of that nutritious and then like working out schedule. So that was my biggest challenge at the time, was having to pick those habits back up. Because it was gone.
Yeah.
It was gone.
And so how'd that change once you joined the TCF family?
Yeah, so I guess the timing just really worked in my favor because you guys, about a month into me working out here, you guys advertised the Lifestyle Challenge. And that just really ingrained what I already knew, but it really gave me the accountability that I needed to like really stay on top of it and turn those choices into habits. And so what I also liked about it, it wasn't just working out and nutrition. It was like my sleep habits, which we talked about a second ago, our sleep habits, our mobility habits. How often am I scrolling on the phone at night before I go to bed?
Doom scrolling or whatever.
Doom scrolling. Like, how much caffeine am I intaking throughout the entire day? Because I, again, love my afternoon cup of coffee. And so I'm like, oh, you know what? That probably actually does affect me. I probably shouldn't be doing that. So it was just like all these things that it was an overall lifestyle haul. And sometimes you need that. You just need that reset to kind of push you in the right direction. It was
Yeah.
a gentle push. It wasn't like
abrupt.
and scary and hard. It was a good gentle nudge in the right direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
really changed the trajectory.
And that's cool because, like, I mean, those are all super important things, and try and get people to understand how important those things are. And then, like, people, like you said, you kind of push them off. Oh, I'm fine. I don't need to do that. And it's cool that you were able to see the changes and
definitely.
be able to stick with them and everything like that.
Yes. And as much as we want it to be a habit all the time, it is okay to have some flexibility.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to have these things to fall back on. Like, okay, I've given myself this flexibility. Now let's reset and try again. And maybe have new goals this time or whatever it might be. So that is really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the habits that really make the big changes instead of, like, I've seen some people do these, like, really hard, strict things, and then it's like, then they just, like, have to have that big break afterwards.
Right.
It needs to be something that you can just consistently do
Right.
for the long term.
Yeah, it is really nice. It was nice to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all connected too. Like, better sleep leads to a better workout the next day, a clearer mind. I'm not having to, like, doom scroll at night. It was just all connected in a good way.
Well, and then also, like, with working out or just being healthier in general, you, like, are better for your kids and stuff. You don't, like, start snapping at them as
Wow.
fast.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can then be able to, like, wear them out rather than you get worn out from them.
That's so
and
true.
things like
Yeah, and they'll notice it too. They get to see those habits.
Wow, Mom, you need to go to the gym.
Please go.
Yeah,
Like,
you're a little irritated today.
right.
Have you been to the gym?
Truly, yes.
But what other, like, positive impacts have you seen since joining TCF?
Yeah, so I have been doing CrossFit for about 3.5 years at this point. So through that, I've gone through pregnancies and worked out through pregnancies and postpartum. I've done all the things, truly. And I think since being at TCF and then doing the lifestyle challenge, I have been able to see a lot more progress, especially when it comes to strength. Like, I'm still working a lot on the gymnastics side of it. I'm not a gymnast, never was a gymnast. So that's always going to be something to work towards. But the things that I love most, like the barbell workouts, I've been able to, like, surpass my old PRs, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just hit one yesterday, so that was
Yeah.
really fun.
Woot.
Yeah. And just things that I used to think were a challenge have now become some of my favorite things to do. So, like, the box jumps, why do I love them? I don't know. But I love doing them, and I think it's because that was once a struggle for me, and now I've, like, overcome those
The
challenges.
obstacle or whatever.
Yeah. Same with snatches. Like, that is something that really kind of freaked me out, to have a barbell with weight overhead.
Yeah.
Like, that whole thing really freaked me out. But now it's like, that's one of my favorite movements because I've been able to get the fundamentals and work on them. And now it's something I enjoy doing and look forward to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. I mean, and then, like we talked about the box jump, maybe it's because you maybe were a little intimidated by it in the beginning, and now it's like, cool, I feel more confident. I see the weights going up, or I see the height on the box jumps going up, or wow, the 16-inch box used to be really hard. Now I can do it no problem, and I don't feel
Right.
like I even got to work out because it was too easy of a jump. And now let's go up and
Let's
weight.
challenge
or something like
ourselves.
that.
Yeah. It's that's fun. And so, yeah, I think the coaches have really done a really good job at, like, okay, like, easy motivation and progress. I don't know what the right terminology is, but to just nudge us into a little bit more challenging until it's nothing and it's easy. So yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah.
Fun to look back on.
And it's cool because, like, I mean, it's not just the coaches, it's like everybody. It's like, hey, wow, that
Yes.
Tori, or like we were talking about a partner workout earlier, and it's like, all right, if you and Austin are working out, and then, like, Austin's like, Tori, you need to slow down, but then, like, everything's too easy. It's like, okay, maybe we need to make something a little harder.
Right, yeah. I
Or-
love the community aspect of it too. So, like, my 5:30 is where it's at. We love our 5:30 p.m. class.
Yeah.
But it's just because you get to know these people, you see them every day, and so then they're able to see either the things that you need to work on or the things that you're really good at, and they can give encouragement. or like some tips. Your mom is a great example, which she's at the 5:30 class too, so that worked out perfectly for me. Is that she gives some really great advice of like lifting tips, or like make sure you tone it down in this area, but maybe you can do heavier in this area. So yeah, it's been great in that way. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and then what would you say to somebody that's on the fence about joining?
Yeah, so I do this a lot, but I just tell them to just take the first step. I was in the same position. We all were in the same position at one point where we didn't know either what CrossFit was, or it seemed super intimidating, or, you know, maybe you've never worked out before, or just whatever the challenge is. If you just take that first step to check it out, I think you're going to be surprised. Yeah. And the encouragement, the modifications that are here, they guide you in the right direction. And like I said, you can just gradually build over time. And one day you're just going to realize, like, wow, I just did a full hour workout. I sweat like crazy. That was extremely hard, but I did it.
Yeah.
And like, you just get that rush and you want to do it the next time the same way. And so I would just say, if you just take that first step, I think you're going to be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. The kind of like the same idea is the heaviest weight to lift is the front door.
Oh, truly.
Yeah. If you can just get here,
Yes.
right? Get here however you can, and then we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, let them take care of the rest. That is one thing I didn't mention earlier, is I really enjoy the group class aspect. I was never good at being a gym member on my own, where I had to like figure out the program, then show up at the gym and like somehow know how to do those things. Like that's crazy to me. I could never do that. Good for you if you can, because I cannot. But to literally just walk in the door and it's taken care of, and you have that small group setting to where, you know, you have your classmates, you have your coaches who are there to help you and guide you. Why not? Like, that's the best.
Yeah, you just literally have to get here, and then we'll take care of all the other things, whatever they are.
Exactly. We love that.
Yeah.
My brain power by the time I get here in the day is already gone.
Well, like, because you've already stopped your coffee and everything.
Stopped my coffee. I've had the kids all day. Just like, let me come in and you tell me what to do.
Yeah, just have the hour for yourself.
Yeah. Yes. It's nice. Yeah. It's a good time. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Tori, thank you for coming out and telling the people about your story and everything like that. Congrats on being October's Member of the Month.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.